So what I want to show you next is marking up the drawing, and we're going to complete Form 3. So we use these two markups, numeric and non-numeric. Obviously a numerical answer and a non-numeric answer, such as a pass or fail. And I'm going to select numeric, and with the left mouse click I'm going to mark on my markup, and then right mouse click to position the balloon where I want it to fall. And I just simply left mouse click and then release the left mouse click when I've got to the opposite corner of where I'm doing the markup. Now just here the balloon position's not going to be in the right place, it's overlapping, so I just simply right mouse click to move the balloon to place it in a position where I can see it easily. So let me just work my way around this drawing, and I want to show you obviously how easy it is to do the markup process, or the ballooning process should I say. And simply I'm just left mouse clicking and then releasing, and if I want to position the balloon I'm just doing a right mouse click to position the balloon exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to deliberately leave that particular feature out just to simulate missing a feature, and what I'll do is I'll work my way around here. Okay, so I'm nearly at the point where I think I've captured all the features. Okay, so there's a little bit more information down there I need to make sure that I capture. There's a bit of info there, and just want to make sure I capture those bits of info. So I think I've captured everything. So what I'll do now is I use the filter, and I can click on show missed features and hide balloons, and it just highlights to me any information that I've missed. So quite clearly I've missed some information there, and I've also missed some information over here as well. Okay, so this is not even a complex drawing, so it's very easy to potentially miss things off. So I'm going to click reset, and then I'm going to use the pan and zoom capability to just zoom in on the areas where I know I've just inserted some balloon numbers. So first of all, that balloon number there is not actually the right one. I want it to be balloon number 27 rather than 42. So I just right click and select renumber, and then I'm going to type in 27. And also the balloon numbers that I inserted over here, I'd actually got the numbers going that way, so I'm going to renumber that one, make it 39. That one I'm going to make 40, and that one there I'm going to renumber to 41. Okay, so let's zoom back out. So zoom back out button, and then I'm going to go to Form 3. So some of the information has flowed through, and I've got some fields where I've preset, obviously this is customization feature, I've preset those to come up not applicable automatically. They will obviously update if there is anything to add into those fields. So the next thing I want to do is put the reference location, and I do that by using the mark on grid lines. Basically all you do is position the coloured arrow in line with the grid on the drawing. So this one is in between 1 and 2, and I'm positioning the red one between 13 and 14, and so on. The idea is to get the actual lines as far apart as you can. Obviously the further apart they are, the more accurate it becomes. And on this particular drawing there's a missing letter I. So when I click on check, it recognises the numeric sequence but allows me to pick the alpha sequence. In this case I'm going to select single uppercase letters without the letter I, and then click close. That will automatically complete the reference location. Now I've only got one drawing attached, so obviously if I got multiple sheets it would also say which sheet it was. So the next thing for me to do is actually double left mouse click and start grabbing some information off the print itself. And again I'm going to use optical character recognition to do this. So I grab the dimension, and I can actually either drag and drop, and you can see I've got upper, nominal and lower, so I can either drag and drop it, and I could do the exact same thing with the tolerance, and I can drag and drop like so, along with dragging and dropping the diameter symbol, and there you can see there's a preview of what goes on to the form. Don't forget also you can double left mouse click to zoom in and you know, do the OCR at this level, and if you've got two screens you could obviously have that on a separate screen. In fact, you can undock this and actually put it onto a separate screen as well. When I click on next, you'll notice the color coding turns orange to indicate that it's correctly set. So let me just go and set a few more. The other way to do it is to hit the paste button and then have some tolerances preset and click on next. Here we've got some GDT, so I can either grab that and then drag and drop it into the upper because it's a total tolerance, and then to create the box I just press the box button, and I've already got the run out symbol set up on this keypad, which is customizable. And in fact, if you right mouse click either on the keypad or on any of these fields, it will bring up the font set. So I can just simply select the font, and in this case, rather than putting the end brackets on, I'm just going to click Auto Box, and then I can just click Next. Now, rather than using the font, an alternative way would be to go to the Advanced tab and then just insert the image of that as a bitmap straight into a form. So that's an alternative way of setting up this. Again, when I click Next, it updates it and turns it orange. Upper and lower, grab those together, click Paste, and then again click Next. We've also put a Next at the top there just to save you moving the mouse. So here I'm going to, in fact, let's just grab the word key and drag and drop that and place that in front. And down the bottom here, if I just scroll that out, you can see this is the characteristic designator field, and I can select, in this case Rolls-Royce, call them CCFs, conformance control features, and then click Next. If I grab upper and lower, paste, here we've got a total tolerance again, so I'll just drag and drop to the upper, box it, and then just right click to grab the datum, auto box and next. Upper and lower, paste, upper and lower again, paste, and so on. So there is actually a degrees, minutes and seconds mode if you press that button there, but I'm not going to report it in degrees, minutes and seconds. I'm going to leave it in decimal and just put the degree symbol there. Here we've actually got two locations for the data, so I'm going to pop the first one in and then right mouse click on that feature and copy the feature itself, and then right mouse click and insert the copied feature either X number of times, or in this case I'm just going to insert it the once. And you can see that the feature number has actually numbered it 11A and 11B. So if I click Save and Close, you can see it's updated that field there with 11A and B. And if I go to the Form 3, you can see the data starting to populate on the Form 3. Now if you don't like the alpha sequence, if you go into General Settings, you can set the index into numeric, and that will make it 11.1, 11.2. Just depends what your preference is. In terms of entering results now against those features, I just double left mouse click and enter results either straight through here. So let's just enter something that's in tolerance. We can pick a piece of equipment and we could type in a gauge number on the fly and click Save and Close. That information will populate the form. If we go into General Settings, we can actually tick the box that says Color Code the results in the form as well, so that when we open up we can see the green in the form. An alternative, sorry, not an alternative, if we actually enter a result that's out of tolerance, and an alternative way of actually entering a result would be to do it through measured values, so sort of like a table that you'd see in Excel. So provided the result is within tolerance, then it's going to turn the feature green. But if you did a typo or genuinely there was an out of tolerance, then it goes red and it highlights it. It also highlights it on the print that it's out of tolerance, and it highlights it in the Form 3 that it's out of tolerance as well. That information all gets relayed back to the actual current status. So we can see the feature's out of tolerance. We can also see that additional information is required. A non-conformance or reject report is required for feature 4, assuming it's not a typo, and that's in reference location C6. So in the next movie, I'm going to actually export this report as a PDF.